Okay, we're going to make a butternut squash soup now. So, soups are so easy. This is, yeah, it's just, they're the easiest recipes ever. So, and this one's particularly delicious. It's a great combination of flavors. We've got 3 cups of butternut squash. I've already peeled it and chopped it up. With the butternut squash, it's, you can use a vegetable peeler just to peel the skin. I remember my mom used to use a knife to peel it. It's so much easier with a vegetable peeler. It's great. I just chop the top and the bottom off the butternut squash, use the vegetable peeler to peel the whole thing, and then cut it in half, quarter it, scoop the seeds out, and chop it up. And it's really quite easy to do. It's not the butternut squash has a thinner skin than most squashes. It's not as hard to do as most of them. And this is delicious base for our soup. It's awesome. So we're going to use 3 cups of butternut squash, 1 apple, 1 avocado, half an inch of ginger, about half a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon of namashoyu, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cumin, and a 1/4 teaspoon of each onion powder and cinnamon, which gives it a really nice flavor together. It's very kind of Middle Eastern, Northern African. They use a lot of these spices, the cumin and cinnamon together, and it's really nice, and with the sweetness of the apple. And another option with this recipe, another way you can make a butternut squash soup that's really delicious, is to omit the apple and the cinnamon and instead put in half a cup of coconut meat, the young Thai coconut we've used before, or the coconut butter. If you don't have that, a couple tablespoons of coconut butter instead. With the cumin and the onion powder and the namashoyu and the butternut squash, it makes another absolutely delicious soup that's really quite different. But I really love this combination. It's delicious. So I am going to just add everything to the blender except the avocado, blend it together, then I'll add the avocado at the end and blend it till it's nice and creamy. So butternut squash first. So it's a little more than 3 cups of butternut squash. It's about 3.5 cups because it was a small butternut squash, but I just decided to use the whole thing. And give or take half a cup, it's totally fine. Okay, I am just going to add a few of these things and get them out of the way. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Put my liquids in first. And it takes about a cup to a cup and a half of water to blend that down. I'm going to start with 1 cup and blend it and see from there. But I suspect, especially with having extra butternut squash, that I'm going to need the extra half cup of water, which I'll add later. And 1 tablespoon of namashoyu. Teaspoon of salt, and salt is to taste, so if you don't want to have as much salt in your diet, you can eat less or more if you like it more salty. Taste it later. Half a teaspoon of cumin, quarter teaspoon of onion powder and of cinnamon. I've tried a few Northern African soup recipes that have cinnamon in it, and it's so nice, the sweet with the savory, the flavors of cumin and with the vegetables. It's really delicious together. And it's subtle, half a teaspoon, and you barely notice it in there. The apple is great for added sweetness. naturally. I'm just going to take the cores out, and it doesn't matter with the high-speed blender if you peel it or not, because it's going to get processed so smoothly you're not going to notice any peel in it. If you're using a home blender to do this, you might want to peel the apple so you don't get little bits of apple peel in your soup. But with this blender, it's going to be so smooth you'll never know it's there, and there's a lot of vitamins in the apple peel. And always use organic, because it's just the best. Why would you eat anything else if you can afford it at all? And blend. Okay, it's stuck already, so I am going to add a little bit more water. Say at least half a cup, not a whole cup. Start with this. And I'm just going to lift up the vegetables a little bit. There. And try it again. There we go. I want it to be blended, but I didn't want to keep on blending because these can heat up after a while, but it's still cold. It hasn't come close to that. I'm going to taste it, because even though it's too thick right now, I can tell I need another half cup of water. I'll have the flavor. I'll know. It's not going to need more salt. It's not going to need anything else except the water and the avocado, which is going to make it creamy, but the taste is absolutely delicious already, so I know it's going to be really beautiful. I'll just spoon the avocado in. Water right away. I'm going to use my knife and just stir that down so the blades pick up the liquid. And blend again till it's creamy and smooth. And that should be it. So that's it. Very easy. Raw soups, you just put all the ingredients in and blend it and serve it. You can garnish this however you like. A few drops of namashoyu can be nice on top, or just as is. Just put a couple. And that's it. Enjoy. It's delicious. Enjoy it.